preseason? Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure run. And right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that to come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Incomplete. Damon Arnett on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. 10-0 the score after one on EA's. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
12-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw here. And a slant held in by Ruggs. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Raiders 17. Ravens nothing. Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Mark Andrews.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
this one now. In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit us first. Now this from 43. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers 100 receiving yards combined last year. And Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the 4th quarter.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a handoff looking right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on the
pitch. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to go up top again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw out wide to Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And it will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Humphrey on the coverage.
Away and incomplete.
The pass.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. They'll try to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they get their focus back.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Makes the score Raiders 20, Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. fielded near the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up for the 36. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Complete.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Raiders 26, Ravens 14. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
He's into the clear. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 77 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Reception here by Rose. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Ball carrier. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting unit's still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Number 29.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Takes us up just shy of the 45. So my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They got to go back out there and play.
Throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
No gain on the play there, second down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
One more time with Dobbins. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. Jackson going to run. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Trubisky 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. That's caught by Jackson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
2-yard line.
Here's Jackson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the Ravens' 25-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run again with Jackson. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Edwards. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Justin Matabike showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And McManus able to put it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest to this 4th quarter. A pass complete here to Conley. They work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the 4th quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This one complete downfield on the left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st.
Raven 1st down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 24-yard line.
Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll come out in the pistol. Now here's Hill. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have broken the tie.
Justin Tucker.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return.
25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Now, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 16 yards there. 2 straight plays of 16 yards and another first down. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Trubisky. Catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to run him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And up to the 3rd and 5 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.